Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Ford of Endodontic Associates of Harker Heights, Texas. Today we're here to let's talk about root canals. So as we complete our evaluation, I generally summarize the information that the patient has received so far. So it involves a little slideshow, PowerPoint presentation, and a little videos that go along with it. So to summarize those things, I go over these tooth pictures. Let's take a look at these and we'll talk about what root canals are all about. What can happen is the inside part, the little pulp, the nerve of your tooth can get sick. That nerve gets sick for a variety of reasons, with decay, putting bacteria down inside, deep fillings inside a tooth, repeated fillings inside a tooth, or trauma. Arteries coming in and veins going out, nerves come in and nerves come out of some special tooth cells. A scarring can occur with inside the pulp, or just simply the bacteria inside can cause the pulp to die. When the pulp dies, it generally hurts. That's the classic toothache. This is thermal sensitivity, hot or cold, sharp pain, throbby pain, wake you up at night hurting kind of pain. It starts to become inflamed and sore at the bottom because now your body starts to react to the infection. The tooth becomes tender to biting, tapping, sometimes even just feeling along out here. It feels sore or bruised. The next thing to happen is an abscess. Oh, swell your face up. Put you in the hospital, actually. And eventually bone gets eaten away around the bottom. Now this is when a dark spot appears on the x-ray. These are the first symptoms that ever appear on the x-ray, very, very late in the process of things. When bone gets eaten away, well, sometimes that even begins to eat away at the root of your tooth too. Now, antibiotics would artificially make this feel better, but would never fix the problem because the source of your problem is what's inside the tooth. So to get to the root cause of your problem, we need to clean out this infection inside your tooth. We do that by making a little opening in the top part. This is what allows me to look down inside. I'll use a microscope to look down inside your tooth. So while your tooth is about so big, to me it's going to look like gigantic. We use just the files to just barely sort of open up the tooth. Now this is where it's different than the conventional old-fashioned root canal that you may be familiar with or you'd find on Google. With the conventional root canal, there's a lot of this filing that takes place, and they open the inside of the tooth up a lot. Put little needles down inside, trying to flush and wash out the bottom. And trying to is the operative word. It's very difficult to flush out the bottom part of the root of your tooth and get it very, very clean. That's where the gentle wave comes in and excels. The gentle wave, you can Google that thing, and it looks like a little dental drill almost that seals on the top part of your tooth. It power washes and power flushes the inside of your tooth. This thing vibrates like an ultrasonic jewelry cleaner to break up and clean up areas we've never been able to clean out before. And not only is it cleaning things out, it's sucking all the bad stuff out of your tooth and also sucking some of the bad stuff out from the bottom of the root of your tooth. This is a whole new level of clean inside the tooth, and it saves a lot more of the inside of your tooth structure, making it less susceptible to fracture or breaking. Then from there, we'll place a pulp substitute, a root filling material. Now this is going to fill up all that space where the infection was. We're going to seal it up at the bottom. Then after that, a permanent filling needs to be placed on the tooth, sometimes stabilized with a little rod called a post that goes down inside your tooth. Then after that, follow up with your general dentist to place a crown on over top of your tooth, sometimes called a cap, more correctly a crown. This is what holds your whole tooth together and it keeps it from breaking. Without the crown, these little thin walls of tooth out here can fracture or break. You can see these are some pretty thin walls out here. Biting pressure can let it shear or split. So the crown goes over top of all that to protect it. That's the basic idea behind a root canal.